All in a real good mood, like all you know something. Like all you know something. Is that who's behind it? Comrades. Steve. Steve, send the link. Hey Ricky, shout Steve. Tell him send the link. Yeah. Comrades, a little later from now, the world boss is going to join us here in Buccament. And if you think the thing turn up, wait till the world boss reach. Hold on, comrades. Oh, comrades, I have my photographer here. I want all of you to be in this shot here. I want all of you to be in this shot here. Get this shot here for me. Show him the 6. Show him the 6. Get the shot here good, eh? This have to go on front page. Show him the 6. Show him the 6. Comrade. Comrade. Comrade, you're turning it back the wrong way. Right, right. Right, ease back a little bit now. Go back, yeah. Right. Right, right, right. All the help in position. Show him the 6. Show him the 6. Unity labor, we stand tall. Show me the 6. Let's go in on front page, front page. Show me the 6. Comrades, I don't want to take up too much of the talking here tonight because we got plenty of people to talk and we got plenty of things to talk. We come here to listen to the message and we come here to have a good time because you know Labour Party always jiggy. That's why they always try to follow we. But them always follow we and crash because them can't do it like we. Them new to this, we true to this, and we invent it. Yeah, we patent it. Oh. Comrades. Comrades, I want to start here tonight by bringing a young lady. As proof of how much the Unity Labour Party believes in young people. Opposition like to bring around young people when it's close to election day. You shove them on the stage and say, see, we got young people. But when you look in the ranks, when you look in the candidates, you don't see young people. In other words, they use the young people as window dressing, you know, to try to attract other young people. But you know these young people don't go around them. Because young people got sense. And they could sense bad energy. They could sense bad mind. They could feel it. Meanwhile, on our side, we have this young lady here who is not window dressing. She has for the past few years been the parliamentary secretary, sitting in the cabinet, making the highest decisions in our country. That is how we show that we believe in young people. We give them the opportunity to lead. We hold their hands when they make mistakes, and we help them to grow and be better. And she is now poised to be one of the leaders of the future. That is why we could tell you, the young people, own the future. Because we already set it up and put it in your hands. You have to own it. And comrades, I want you to give a warm welcome here in Buccament tonight for Comrade Shakel Bob.
Labour people, how are your answer? Labour people, how are your answer? And say,
and every time I'm on the neighbor door, I hear in
Labour,
the NDP over yonder.
Alright, Central Leeward. I always say my next favorite constituency to be in is Central Leeward. Guess why? Guess why? Down here always full of energy. And all they always festive. And I always feel the energy, the vibes from the young people. Everybody when I come down here. One Central Leeward, never two. What you say? Labour.
Leave we come right. Show me the red. We not leave we come right.
Alright, comrades. So, Candyman already introduced me. I am Shakel Bob. I am from Mariaqua, so I'm bringing you warm greetings again from the Mariaqua Valley, the breadbasket of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I really had to show up here tonight because Comrade Brewster, Randy Brewster, is one of my favorite ministers. He will tell you so. Right, Randy? Randy is a good friend. Randy is a hard-working man. And I know the people of Central Leeward know that. No lazy man. And if you're looking for someone who you can relate to, Randy is the man. All know the song we say who feels it knows it. Randy has been there. Randy knows the struggle. And so he was the one to best relate to the people of Central Leeward. So of course I had to come here and lend my support to Comrade Orlando Brewster, our Minister of Youth, Sports and Housing and Informal Settlement. And I want to touch a bit on the youth because I am the face of the youth in the Unity Labour Party. And I want to give you all a short story before I go into what I'm going to say here tonight. Comrade Randy believes in the youth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I'm going to repeat it. Comrade Randy believes in the youths of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Hence, there is no better person to represent us as our Minister of Youth. Sometime last year, Comrade Randy, myself, and the chairman of the Prime Ministerial Advisory Council on Youth, which I will speak on a bit more later. We went to St. Lucia, and we had a 2-day conference, and he always likes to give the story. On the first day, we all attended the conference. Comrade Randy, he was the head of the delegation. You know what he do the second day? Randy stay in his room, and he sent myself and Anson to the conference. He said he had other work to do. But I know he believed in our capabilities as youth leaders in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And he came back and he always tell people, I knew they were the conference, they were in good hands because we could have, represented our country well, answer whatever questions they put forward to us. And Randy knew that. He believed in us, and that's why he did that. And when I say he is the real man to be the Minister of Youth, that's what I mean. And I'm going to give you another example because I really wanted to touch home. I want you to see the picture in your head, the vision. Our Prime Ministerial Advisory Council on Youth have a housing sector. And I know Randy has been working closely with those persons on that sector. Recently, we talked about introducing duplex housing into St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that was because the cabinet allowed for our chairperson of the housing sector to come in and make a presentation on this duplex housing, and that was how the whole idea was introduced. And Randy had a big role to play in that. When they talk about transformation in this housing revolution that we are creating in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Randy knows what he's doing. And that is why he brought that young person, James Campbell, to lead this presentation in cabinet so that we could transform the lives of Vincentian. Comrades, you know our campaign slogans for this 2025 election. Own the future and Labour is working for we. Own the future and Labour is working for me. But I want to tell you, the one that I'm focusing on tonight, own the future, because it touches and concerns every young person in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I know, I want to tell all you something, and I hope to see the Central Leeward Youth out in their full numbers on Sunday at our youth convention, because I know Randy has a very, very active youth and one that many others want to duplicate, they want to imitate that one. And I want to say, the reason why the Central Leeward Youth is such vibrant and active, and they have this major showing whenever they go anywhere, is because of his relationship with the youths in Central Leeward. And I know y'all know what I'm saying, because I am sure all of you have a good relationship with Comrade Randy. Right? Ready. Tell them say we ready. And I don't only want to base on Randy, because the ULP, this Unity Labour Party government, this Unity Labour Party is the party for young people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the proof is in the pudding. So let me start off. You know how many things this government has been doing for the youth in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have the education revolution, training opportunities. We have the sporting initiatives and many others. And when we had our disaster last year, Hurricane Beryl, the other party, the NDP, they said they were going to pledge $100,000 for students who were affected by Beryl. All you ever see the $100,000? What the $100,000 say? And I'm saying, if they had cared so much for the youths of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they would have already given out those monies to the people who really needed it.
Hey, Friday, where is the thing you promised where? Remember Friday, the big 400 grand you promised where? Hey, Friday,
rally down in London, right? That is where they put the $100,000. That is where they put the money that the students would have needed when they really needed clothes to go on their back, food to go on their mouth. They bring an artist down here to play smart for the young people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines instead of giving them the $100,000 to do something constructive for the youths of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's why I want to lead all them.
Bad mind, go on. How long we have to battle this infection called bad mind? This pestilence.
That can't be the kind of leaders all they want to lead all you. I tell all you, the proof is in the pudding. And if they say they're going to do something for the youth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and they ain't do it, one single pledge as simple as that and they couldn't fulfill. You think they're going to fulfill all the promises they have on cards going around showing the young people? Don't.
I rise on a point of order on a matter raised by my friend, the honorable member from Central Kingston, from West Kingston. Every time I want to make him sing as though the full moon up, I could joke him. I could pull the string and tell the AG, what's some fun now? And as soon as I say that, he jump up, you're not my friend. You hear me? You're not my friend.
Punchline. Oh, your bad mind, so. Glasses, boy, oh, your bad mind, so. Oh, your friend, them, too. Carry news, boy.
Look, the NDP, the people in the NDP, they ain't got no ambition. They don't have any ambition. And if people don't have ambition, they can't lead you. They have absolutely no ambition. These are men outside of Parliament. Them fellas, most of them in the opposition don't have a stroke. In Parliament, they have to work 1 day a month. Sometimes 2 days when Parliament meet. They, except when we had the budget, they work 5 days. You have, they will say, 260 working days in the year. They will put the number of days they will work in Parliament, 30 days. You mean to tell me, man like Leacock, man like Nature, Bramble, Cummins, the whole set of them, every single morning them get up. Them not do nothing. They not high a stroke. And and you want more money. They want more money. And they want more money. Well, Cummins better have than Leacock, you know, because what Cummins did. And I want you to hear me on this. And when they start to play holier than thou, tell them that Ralph is saying this. And I'm talking the truth here. I ain't talking about the church stone. I talking money now. I talking money now. On March the 28th, 2001, when all of us were going to the polls to elect the ULP government, on that very day, Cummins and the Central Water and Sewage Authority under NDP, Cummins take all the retirement as manager. And then take a contract. Retire, then take a contract for 3 years in the first place. And then they agree to give him a pension while he still have a contract working. And when he and CWSA separate after the 3-year contract in 2004, Cummins, from his pension alone, you hear me, Lavon? From his pension alone in 2001 to now, Cummins has collected $1.3 million from CWSA. You hear what I'm telling you? $3,000 something a month. So he when for instance, Bramble go collect his $3,000 and he can't live on that. Every month he had to go and see how he can scramble here and there to get money to pay bills. At least Cummins don't fix himself up with CWSA. And they and their friends and the wannabe passport sellers overseas want to sell our passports, and they have their accountant and lawyer friends who want to live off the fat of the land in relation to selling the passports and selling our citizenship, along with the foreigners. And when they do that, they put your visa at risk to go to America, to go to Canada, and to stop you from going to England without a visa, and stop you from going to 27 European countries without a visa. And then, they want to break relations with Taiwan and establish relations with mainland China. Now I want to ask you something. Anytime you break relations with Taiwan, all the money you owe them, you have to pay them one time. So if China give them the money to pay all one time, there's no money left for them to get anything. Because just to pay the debt them. Because the money from Taiwan, that debt with Taiwan has grown over the years by this project, that project, and the other. But if you have to pay all the money one time, it's a drain. The students in Taiwan will come home. The hospital which we're building will stop because there's Taiwan money. While we're dealing with the parliament and the courthouse, they will not get off of the ground. And several other projects. You hear what I'm telling you? The NDPs are standing danger to this country. Over the last 25 years almost, look at the record of stability. I never fire one man or woman from the cabinet. And none ever resign. We don't have confusion inside our party. Because you have a leader who they respect, and because we sing from the same song sheet in the philosophy, the vision, the policies, and the programs.
Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for six. Hit them for six.
We, comrades, we have laid the basis, the groundwork, to lift off to be a first world nation in the year 2040, sorry. What you see in London, Paris, New York, Toronto, we in 2040 will have it, albeit on a smaller scale. But already we are moving there, and the United Nations recognize it. We have a first-class airport, a first-class port. We're building a first-class hospital. We have a first-class modern medical and diagnostic center. We have a first-class education system, a first-class cricket facility, first-class stadium. All of these things we are building. We have a top-of-the-line NIS. Let me tell you a story. How if you go and do the policies of the NDP, where they want privatized medicine. I have a friend. He's my age. He lives alone in Jamaica. He used to work at the university. In the hurricane, he break a hip. But the road, the main road, broke down, so nothing can go there and pass. His neighbor went to his assistance. They have to clear a side road after 24 hours to get him out. Hurt him a lot. Take him to a hospital, a private hospital in Jamaica. The doctor them keep him there, though he has insurance. But the system was done. He stayed there until his daughter, who is a lawyer, his other daughter, who is a medical doctor, to call to say, please tend to my father. We are professionals. We will pay. They want, after we build the hospital, if they come to office, they want to privatize that. They want to privatize the port. Listen to me. They are very dangerous. This NDP is a different NDP than Mitchell NDP, you know. Mitchell NDP had a little more caring than this lot. This lot is against the poor. This lot surrounded by some people who just want to fill their pocket. They're already lining up at the trough. You hear me? They got no vision. I talk in the politics here tonight because you heard me about the vision. You heard me about all we have done, you know, and what we're doing. But I had to put some things in clear perspective for you tonight. You have seen Leacock for 15 years. And you can judge him. And if you judge him properly in his politics, if you judge him properly how he relates to people, you will come to the conclusion that Leacock was a poor and has been a poor representative. What Leacock tries to do, he tries to get to people's heart by going to a lot of funerals. Well, I say, if Leacock want a job at funerals, I say let him apply by mills and get a job up there. Don't come to the people of Central Kingston.
Labor working for we. Labor is working, labor working for we. Labor working for we. Labor is working.
We have a man. We have a man here. A decent, hard-working, community-based man named Marvin Mega Fraser. He has a professional wife. They have a very stable union. A stable union. You have Marvin to be a representative in this government to get a lot of things done nitty-gritty for you inside the Central Kingston. That is how I want to present it to you. Tonight, I'm talking short because I have 2 other places to go. Last night, I was coming from Sabi's constituency in Lauders. And when it was after 1 o'clock, I get a telephone call from Eloise. She want to find out where me dey. I say, well, I reach by Villa. I'm coming home. She say, you can't continue like this. You go to bed 1 o'clock and you get up 4 o'clock. You're not made of iron and steel. And if you fall sick, you have no benefit to anybody. But thank God, I have a lot of blessings. And I have a lot of prayers that go up for me. My mother lived until she 98. And she had 20 children. 10 children in 20 years, sorry. Work every day. She never take maternity leave, never take any kind of leave whatsoever. A strong, strong woman. And she'd have lived past 100. But for the fact that a young man, no fault of his really, he riding the motorcycle properly, knock she down. one Sunday while she was going to church. So I have good genes in me. And I pray to Almighty God to give me 110 years like Isaac, son of Abraham. And those who for many years were telling you, well, let him go, where him gone? He go drop down just now. I see about 10, 12 of them who say that man and woman, I went to their funeral already. When you're digging a pit for a man, dig one for yourself. And here I am in the land of the living, looking towards leading the Unity Labour Party for a 6th consecutive term. The economics on our side, we are the fastest growing economy in the Caribbean after Guyana, and they have oil. We have, in 2001, we were only ahead of Guyana and Haiti in human development. Now, in CARICOM, we are ahead of Jamaica. We are ahead of Belize. We are ahead of Suriname. We are ahead of Dominica. We are ahead of Grenada. We are ahead of St. Lucia. And we are moving, and we are at the higher echelon of the high level of human development. We have made immense progress. This progress must continue in stability and in peace. I want to say to you, the people of Central Kingston, I would be burying my head in the sand if I didn't acknowledge that you have some dissatisfaction. I have dissatisfaction. Once you're living in this world, you're going to have some dissatisfaction. The only place you're going to have dissatisfaction is when we meet up in heaven. But on earth, you're going to have some dissatisfaction. But don't dwell on any dissatisfaction. Follow the example, count your blessings, dwell on your satisfactions, and this government has brought many, many satisfactions to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And those who ain't get their house fixed yet, is only one man and one government will fix it, the Comrade and the Unity Labour Party, because that's how we do it. The only government that ever give fridge, stove and washing machine is the Unity Labour Party government. And if you ain't get yet, you will get. Day by day, sweet Jesus. You hear me? You have any problem, you ain't get all the burial money yet? It's the Comrade who did it first, and the Comrade will do it again. And you listen to all the announcements which I made in my independence speech. Those are not theories, you know. You will see them in your pay packet before the end of this month, before the end of November. Keep your head on. The NDP going to come with a lot of nastiness, a lot of propaganda. And some of them, I'm talking, some people lower down the chain, they don't start with some violence. And you have to watch out for it. But do not for a moment allow them to have you departed from your course to vote back the Unity Labour Party government. You have the party with an organization with stability, with the men and women, with the vision, the policies, and the programs, and the performance. We have a track record. They tell you, give them a chance. You don't take chance with your future. Anybody who wants a chance, direct them to the well-run lotto. Play 3D or scratchy. You hear that, Leacock? You hear that, Friday? Hey, St. Clair, you want to make your millions? Go and play 3D. Go and play lotto. Eh? Thank you very much for listening to me. Young people, go and register in this special 15-day registration period. Also, get up early and go and vote. Don't get frustrated You have to own the future. And the future belongs most of all to the young people. And this man, who is the oldest man in Parliament, I tell you, I have the young people in my heart. And the young people love the oldest man in Parliament more than any other man or woman in Parliament. What a heavenly blessing. I want to thank them. And I'm relying on them to go to the polls. Get registered, go to the polls. And join your parents and grandparents in re-electing the Unity Labour Party. Thank you very much. God bless. I have to go.
House. If they got current inside the house. People used to respect people in 2001. If they had a cell phone. In fact, if you had a cell phone, you was God. People used to respect people just because they have a TV inside the house. Especially if it was a color TV. My dear, you don't even know that it used to have black and white TV. And black and white TV people used to show themselves, much less the people with color TV. We're talking 2001. Just a few years before you born, when Labour win. I'll tell she the truth, you know. We got to tell them. Because they now come. They don't know. In 2001, if you had a car, you were the biggest thing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I ain't talking the nice cars them that we see on the road now. I talking Skettel. I talking Toyota Corolla. That was the car that the big man them used to drive. If you had one of that, people respect you. I want you to turn around, my dear. Let me talk to you now. In 2001, St. Vincent and the Grenadines used to be the country of the haves and have-nots. It used to have who have and who not have. Who got toilet inside and who not have. Who got landline and who not have. Who got TV and who not have. Who got cell phone, who not have. Who got car, who not have. And hear this one. Who got education and who not have. In 2001, if your parents ain't rich, university, don't even dream about it. Don't even think about it. As a matter of fact, the average young lady your age would not have even gone to secondary school, much less to be thinking about university. The reason why the wealthy people who support the NDP and St. Vincent and the Grenadines now are talking about the good old days of the NDP. They miss the good old days. Because they missed the days when they had that respect. Just because they were living like they're better than everybody else. But I tell you something to the young lady. Today, the average Vincentian have everything that they have. Them just might have a nicer car, but we got car too. And our car carry the same place that their car carry them.
Thank you for life, Jaja. Oh yeah, I feel so happy today.
Young lady, you're 18 years old. You're going to cast your vote for the first time. Today, the same cell phone they got, you got it too. Just as nice as them. Taking the same pretty picture as them. The same house you live in now with roof over your head and toilet inside, you got it too. The same education opportunity that their children can get, you can get it too. The same degree, you can get it too. You know what's than them? And when we are flying the same plane now. They might sit down in first class, but it's in the same plane. And if it crash, everybody are dead the same way. You will land on the same place where them are land. St. Vincent and the Grenadines was a country of the haves and the have-nots in 2001. Today, that is no more. And when anybody asks you why you're voting for Labour, understand that Labour has turned your opportunities to a limitless bounty in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the wealthy don't want that. They want to change it back. But that will never happen Not so long as we are alive here. And we are alive.
I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. We're phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal.
When all you talk to the young people, all you must tell them. Tell them where we come from, so that they could know where we're going. When we talk about moving to first world status, when we talk about owning the future, let them understand where we come from and how fast and how far we have moved between just the other day, 2001, and now. Ladies and gentlemen, and as we continue to move forward, the people of South LEEWARD feeling this year they want to move forward. Because for so long, for the last 15 years, they had an albatross around the neck, just pulling them down, just dragging them down. A man that don't like walk, a man that only does stop sleep when it's time to eat, and he stop eat when it's time to sleep. The people of South LEEWARD are ready to move forward with good, solid, and proper representation. And that representation comes in the form of none other than Comrade Grenville Williams. Welcome him as he comes here tonight.
Me and my neighbor, voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor, voting for Labour. Show me your voting finger, raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger, raise up the voting. Alright, me and my neighbor, voting for Labour. Voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor, voting for Labour. Somebody say, whoa, we voting the comrade back. Yeah, we voting the comrade back. Cause why, me and my neighbor.
Central LEEWARD, I want you to say Labour. I want South LEEWARD to hear you say Labour. And I want all of Carlos people in North LEEWARD to hear you say Labour. Central LEEWARD, it is a fantastic night tonight. It is excellent to see you out in your numbers in support of Comrade Brewster. Let me hear you say Brewster. Comrades, it is good that you are here tonight, but we have a very important date on the calendar. What is that date? And don't get the year wrong like some other people, you know. Don't get the year wrong. And comrades, while it is excellent to have you here tonight and to have you supporting Comrade Brewster, I want all of you to make sure that you are registered to vote. I want all of you to check where you will be voting. And on November 27, I want all of you to come out early and put your X next to the star.
We don't leave where we come, right? Show me the red. We don't leave where we come.
And I want you to vote overwhelmingly for Comrade Brewster. And of course, tonight we have Carlos James with us from North LEEWARD. I want all the North LEEWARD people to come out and support Carlos James because he has been an excellent Minister of Tourism. So we take in North LEEWARD. And I am from South LEEWARD, but I'll get back there. We're going up to Kingston. And we have Comrade Kizal Peters here with us tonight from West Kingston. So from North LEEWARD, straight up to West Kingston. We want to turn red. And who we voting for?
Leave at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. Leave at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom.
Comrades, as the candidate for South LEEWARD, I am pleased to be here tonight to support Comrade Brewster. Because your presence here tonight tell me that Comrade Brewster is a good man. Tell me that Comrade Brewster has been representing you well. It tells me that Comrade Brewster has been an excellent Minister of Sports. He has excelled at being a Minister of the Youth. And comrades, we just need to look around all of our neighborhoods and we will come to no other conclusion other than Comrade Brewster is an excellent Minister of Housing. Comrades, let us not forget that before Beryl, the Unity Labour Party was constructing houses in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You have an example in Peters Hope. We have examples in South LEEWARD in Clare Valley and next to the Hope Bridge in Vermont Valley, Buccament Valley. We have examples in West Kingston. And since Beryl, there has been a revolution in housing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That revolution has been led by your minister, Minister Brewster. Comrades, the Unity Labour Party is looking to serve you for a 6th term in this country, the 6th term of government. And we hating them for what? But comrades, we are not coming to you asking for your votes. This Unity Labour Party has excelled in many areas. First and foremost, our party has focused heavily on the education revolution. We are transforming St. Vincent and the Grenadines by affording young Vincentians the opportunity to spread their wings by gaining a university education. That scholarship. And this year, every student who applied for a tuition scholarship, they were granted that scholarship.
Hit them for 6. Hit them for 6. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for 6. Hit them for 6. This time is...
Comrades, our leader, the Honorable Prime Minister, the members of Cabinet, and the members of this Unity Labour Party, we did not ask anyone which political party they supported. When we looked at the tuition list, we selected everyone because they are Vincentians and we want to build a St. Vincent that is well educated. That is government. That is government, comrades. And when we educate our people, we are transforming their lives. We are transforming the lives of their families. And we are transforming St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Comrades, when any of our educated young people go to New York, London, or Toronto, they can get any job in these places and at a very high level because they are educated like any other person across the globe. We do not have to start at the bottom, comrades. We are an educated nation. And if for no other reason you vote for the Unity Labour Party, you should vote for the transformation of this country that is occurring because of the education revolution. And our chair spoke of the young 18-year-old. And I want the young people here to listen carefully. Back in the day, if you were not successful at common entrance at 11 years old, you were condemned in many instances. You did not have a place in a secondary school. It is the Unity Labour Party that has made it normal and basic and customary for everybody to go to secondary school.
Labour walking for we. Labour is walking.
Comrades, and I borrow a phrase from Comrade Saboto Caesar. He has said, as it relates to education and other initiatives, this Unity Labour Party has taken the extraordinary and made it ordinary for Vincentians. Because any young person who wants to go to university, you just need to work hard, attain the relevant grades, and this government will facilitate you going to university. That is a remarkable achievement, comrades. Comrades, I go back to housing. We were affected by Beryl just over a year ago. Most of the houses in the southern Grenadines, especially Union Island, were damaged or destroyed. It is this Unity Labour Party government that took on the responsibility to rebuild those houses for all of the people in the Grenadines and rebuild and repair houses for people here on the mainland. Comrades, we had to go to the Parliament of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to debate the bill to provide funding to allow us to rebuild those houses and to repair those houses. You think the other side supported that bill? You think they supported the bill? When they vote no, comrades, they vote against you, because that money is to rebuild your house. That money is to repair your house. That money is to make you more comfortable, comrades. So, if they are not supporting you by facilitating the rebuilding of your house, the repairing of your house, you think they care about you? This is a caring government. This is a caring party. This is a party who look out for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And on that basis, the Unity Labour Party should be voted for a sixth term to ensure the good work continues in Central Leeward, in South Leeward, in North Leeward, in West Kingston, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Comrades, some of us will take the Argyle International Airport for granted. Some of us would forget that when we were traveling, you had to go to Arnosville, a very small airport, and you could not leave St. Vincent and go straight to London. You could not leave St. Vincent and go straight to New York. You could not leave St. Vincent and go straight to Toronto. You had to stop in another country. It was a small airport with small airlines operating. But comrade, you could catch your choo-choo here, Friday in the morning, and take it to London, take it to New York, take it to Toronto, because of the Argyle International Airport, built by this government.
But don't you remember? Don't you remember?
Comrades, and I want to remind you, some of the young ones will not remember, because you may not have been here yet, but the other side said they had money in their back pocket to build an international airport. Where did that money go? What did they do with it, comrades? Did they use it for us and to build an airport? No. So when we go to the polls on November 27th, we also need to tell them, no, we're not voting for the other side. We are voting for the Unity Labour Party.
Friday, where is the thing you promised where? Remember Friday, the big fat hundred grand you promised where?
Comrades, right next door to us, we see a beautiful Sandals resort. And some of you are working there. Some of you are operating the shops there. Some of you are providing taxi service. Some of you are providing other services to the people who come here. Comrades, look at this beautiful area. You think persons would invest in these restaurants if there was no business here? Comrades, and soon you will be getting a Sandals Beaches with 500 rooms.
Yes, I just the blessing. I just the blessing. Father God bless.
There'll be another hotel. Another hotel. Marriott. Further down. And in North Leeward, Carlos is also going to be building a hotel down in Cumberland. Comrades, just beaches alone going to occupy and employ 2,000 people. 2,000 people, comrades. That is made possible because of the policies, the programs, and the actions of the Unity Labour Party.
Watch out, government. Labor forever.
Comrades, that is job creation. Job creation. Imagine 2,000 people along this coast employed directly in one hotel. And it's not one. We'll have this one. We'll have Beaches. We'll have Marriott. We'll have the one in Cumberland. And comrades, especially those in South Leeward, I would like one in South Leeward too. Because we have a very beautiful beach. Some of you would have gone there, especially in COVID time. Kittel's Beach, Miami Beach. Because you enjoy that beautiful beach. But we want to share it as well. So imagine all of those hotel development along this coast. That is transformational. That is taking the extraordinary and making it ordinary. And that is what the Unity Labour Party is doing. Comrades, Vermont Valley in South Leeward is an agricultural sector, is an agricultural community. We focus on food security, and we are producing in that valley significant quantities of food. If we have all of these hotels along here, comrades, they have to utilize food, and we want the food to come from the farmers in the Vermont Valley. We want the food to come from the farmers in Central Leeward. We want the food to come from the farmers in North Leeward, so you could make more money, comrades. And all of that is facilitated because of the good work and the effective policies of the Unity Labour Party. Comrades, we are also doing good work as it relates to building roads, rehabilitating roads, fixing roads, repairing roads. Some people will tell you, yes, my road not finished yet. But we're working steadily. We're working firmly on all of these areas, comrades. Look at this road that you're standing on right now. This is a significant improvement. And we will continue to do that work here in Central Leeward, in South Leeward, and in North Leeward, and facilitate the development of a comprehensive road network.
You are so special.
Comrades, I spoke recently to Comrade Kizal and other ministers because there is only one main road leading out of Leeward into Kingston and to the Argyle International Airport. If we have an accident along that main road and persons are leaving the hotel, persons are leaving the new hotels that we'll build, they might miss their flight, they might miss their plane. Comrades, we have to look at alternative routes, and that is something that will be done by this Unity Labour Party. So comrades, when you go to the polls on November 27th, I have given you more than 6 reasons why you should vote the Unity Labour Party for a 6th term in this country. Comrades, you would have heard our Honorable Prime Minister say that we have a vision to move St. Vincent and the Grenadines from where we are now to a first world country. We have just opened a major port in Kingston, comrades. That is going to facilitate more trade. That is going to bring down the cost of doing business because we have more space and we are going to enhance efficiencies. Comrades, if you look at Arnosville, we are currently constructing hospital there that will offer additional services. So we will never vote for them because we want a hard-working government in St. Vincent. They want to legalize laziness. I like that one. And we're not going to legalize laziness in this country. We're not giving them the opportunity to do that at all. Comrades, they have been in opposition for 24 years. 24 years, older than you. And we're going to keep them in opposition. You know why? Because they had 24 years to sit down and come up with a plan for this country. Have you ever heard the plan? We're still waiting for the plan. You know what? I listened to the man who is the opposition leader when they had some rally out in North Windward. And he said, we're going to come up with a plan. You know what? I still waiting to hear the plan. After 24 years, they still cannot come up with a plan.
Keep them out, keep them out. They have no plan, keep them in the opposition.
Comrades, you know the one thing they were talking about as a plan? To sell what? Passport. Tell them Vincentians don't want to sell the passport. Because the United States, Canada, and the European Union already said if passports are being sold, they are going to make it difficult for us to get visas, difficult for us to travel. Do we want that, comrades? And comrades, we have a point of reference. Once we had an offshore sector in this country, and because it was not effectively run by that NDP administration, St. Vincent was blacklisted. You remember that? And if we sell the passports, it's the same blacklisting and grey listing that St. Vincent is going to experience. Are they the type of people we want running this country? Listen, we need people with vision. The comrade leader has demonstrated over the years that he has a clear vision to develop and advance St. Vincent and the Grenadines. every term, this party has delivered. Did we say we are going to build a port? Did we build the port? Did we say we're going to build Argyle International Airport? Was it delivered? Did we say we are going to educate the young people? Are we educating the young people? Did we say we are going to enhance the agricultural sector? We are enhancing the agricultural sector. Did we say we are going to advance tourism? And are we advancing tourism? This is a party that delivers. This is a party that is simply not promising. This is a party that is proven. This is a party that delivers for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is a party that delivers for Central Leeward. This is a party that we need to take St. Vincent and the Grenadines to first world status. Comrades, in South Leeward, on the last occasion I spoke, I delivered a clear, comprehensive 6-point plan for the development of South Leeward. I am certain Comrade Brewster has a plan for further development of Central Leeward. He has proven that he is a hard worker. And come November 27th, who we voting for? Who we voting for? So listen, I want you to continue to put on your red and hot up the head here in Central Leeward. I want you to continue to put on your red and hot up the head in South Leeward.
This time is plenty licks. Hit them for 6. Hit them for 6. This time is plenty licks.
I want you to continue to put on your red and hot up the head in North Leeward. And I want you to do the same thing for Sister Kizal. Because I have outlined to you, comrades, that this party is one that works for the people. We are working for you. We will continue to work for you. We will continue to deliver for you. And we will take St. Vincent higher. We will take St. Vincent to the next level. We will take St. Vincent to first world status. And we have the slate of candidates to do that. And tonight, you have a good representation of those candidates here on this platform. And I want you to continue to vote overwhelmingly. Vote with a vengeance for the Unity Labour Party on November 27th. Thank you and good night, comrades.
Forward together, ULP forever. Building the dream, we stronger than ever. Hands in the air, wave the proud and free.
Grenville!
Labor love for SVG. Forward together, ULP forever. One heart, one nation now and forever. Progress, peace, prosperity.
Thank you, Comrade Williams. You can clearly see, comrades, you can clearly see the difference between the two candidates in South Leeward. One is up here, and the other one in the no way. Comrades, young people especially, I want to remind you that this coming Sunday from 10 o'clock, Youth Convention is on in Diamond. That's exactly the same area where we had the Everything Vinci Expo last weekend. All right? So from 10 o'clock. But make sure you come out early because after that, we are heading to Rabaka for the Amazing Grace Rally.
We not leave where we come from. Get up on your head. We not leave where we come from. Show me your red. We not leave where we come from. Everybody sing. They don't have no behavior. That's why we voted for Labour. They don't have no behavior.
Comrades, they don't have no behavior. They went up to North Windward and desecrate the place. That's why we have to go up there and hold an Amazing Grace rally. We have to go and sing some Sankey. We have to sing some gospel. And get rid of all the jumpy them with the left up there. Clean them out. We have to sanctify the place. Because they mess up the whole place. They desecrate it. So this Sunday, 5 o'clock, we at Rabaka. And transportation is, I can hear you. Transportation is, so make your arrangements all now so. I'm going to see all you there, all right? And you know Central LEEWARD always repping, big time. And you know, your area rep is a holy man, so you know he's going to be on stage for sure, right? Now, comrades, you know, one of the best performing sectors in this government in the last 5-year period, undoubtedly, has been the tourism sector. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines' tourism sector has outperformed everybody else in the OECS and in CARICOM over the last 5 years. Comrades, that ain't come just so. Comrades, that ain't just happened so. That is because of the hard work, the sleepless nights, and the dedication of our Honorable Minister of Tourism. He is the hardest working Minister of Tourism in the entire OECS. And that is why, comrades, all that we have seen has happened. And all that is to come, beaches, Marriott, Cumberland Bay Resort, Delta will begin landing at AIA from Atlanta in 1 month, comrades. 1 month from now. That is because Carlos James is an exceptional tourism minister and an exceptional leader. And I want you to welcome here to Central LEEWARD, the Honorable Carlos James.
I said the tough get going. My people don't give up. I said there ain't no giving in. No, Rastafari guide I from the
Comrades of Labour. Comrades of Labour.
Them can't take the pressure no more. But from your trust in the most style life, I go get better, I'm sure.
All right, them. I want to do something different tonight. When I say Central, you say LEEWARD. Central. Central. When I say Randy, you say Brewster. Randy. Randy. When I say Labour, you say Woken. Labour. Labour. Good night, comrades and friends. I am indeed happy to be here, supporting my comrade brother, my neighbor, and the man who sits in the cabinet and has the responsibility of helping in our recovery from post-disasters from the volcano, Elsa, and Beryl. I am happy to be here with you as a neighboring constituency from the north. And we have with us the neighboring constituency in the south. In South LEEWARD, we have Grenville. And in West Kingston, we have Kesal. And we are here to let you know and let the people on the LEEWARD corridor know. On no uncertain terms, we are going to let go of Central LEEWARD. We are going to let go of North LEEWARD. But we are coming for South. And we are coming for West Kingston. And we are doing it stronger and better with Labour. You know, and I know, that this is the government of the people. A working government. And when you talk about policies that we roll out and programs that we put in place to benefit the poor and working class people, the mass people across the country, it is this government that continues to deliver the Unity Labour Party government. We have vision. We have a good leader. One who is compassionate. One who understands you because he is from you, the bowels of the working class people. And right here in central LEEWARD, you have a man who born and grew and bred here among you, the people of central LEEWARD, who understands you and represents you well. Randy has a particular passion for youth, a particular passion for the people of central LEEWARD, and every day he goes out, he gets up, he works tirelessly in your interest and works for you. But not just there. He works hard on behalf of the government, the party, the cabinet, for the whole country. He comes to North LEEWARD. He delivers in housing. He goes to North Windward. He delivers in housing. And as far as Southern Grenadines in the south, he is representing you, the people, not just in central LEEWARD, but supporting all of us with our housing recovery from Beryl.
Stronger than before. Stronger than before.
I do not believe in our time in office we have had a better housing minister than Orlando Brewster. The houses he's building, constructing and repairing, unprecedented, never before. We have seen this type of post-recovery, disaster recovery in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
God, give me strength to face another day.
And you, the people of central LEEWARD, you have to give him the mandate. Be his strength. Let him stand on your shoulder. Hold him up and lift him up and carry him. Because he is one for the future. And when we own the future, we're not just owning our development. We're owning the young men and women who are giving of themselves to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to represent you. So we have to work with Randy. Right here in central LEEWARD, we are building out massive tourism development projects like never before. We have some of the most beautiful beaches on the LEEWARD corridor. Black sand beaches, waterfalls, nature trails, a volcano, and many of the world wonders. They are placed right here on the LEEWARD side of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We started building out the sandals right across the river. Many of you here benefited from employment during the construction phase. You're still benefiting from employment in the various disciplines and work that you have there within the hotel and hotel services sector. Many of you will benefit from the transformation right here in Buccament. Buccament Bay. We have built out these shops right across here. We are going to transform this area into a community tourism project. Open the shops, lease them out to vendors, provide training and opportunities for employment, job and wealth creation. But of course, importantly, we are going to make tourism work right here in Buccament for the people of Buccament and the people of central LEEWARD. There's a need for more tour guides, taxi operators, vendors. We provided in Parliament, we passed the bill, the beach vending bill, to facilitate more vending in a structured and organized manner. And we had you, the people of Buccament, in mind when we built out the concept of a community tourism project that we're going to do here. And we'll open this, if you notice, the heavy equipment on the beach. We're going to resand the beach. We're going to build out the infrastructure. And we're going to provide the opportunities for you. But when you leave here, you go over to Mount Twin. And there again, you have the Beaches Resort where we're building out another magnificent facility, working with private sector investment from Sandals. When you leave Beaches in Mount Twin, you go over to Peter's Hope, and we're putting the Marriott, a wonderful facility there again, to benefit you, the people of LEEWARD, South, North, and Central LEEWARD. We are going to create employment like never before. Over 2,000 jobs in the tourism sector, over 2 billion worth of investment right here on the LEEWARD side.
I will be there every time you close your eyes.
And we ain't stopped there. Because as the parliamentary representative from North LEEWARD, I promised them I will bring a hotel project, and I delivered with an investor who have designed a magnificent facility, the Cumberland Bay Resort and Marina, which will expand our hotel room stock on the LEEWARD corridor. I want you, the people of North LEEWARD, Central LEEWARD, South LEEWARD, and West Kingston to understand that this is a government that is working in your interests. All of us here, youthful ministers with energy and vigor, ability and skill, and vision of our political leader, we are working with him to build out St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to lift St. Vincent and the Grenadines higher to a first world status country like we've never seen before. What we have to do is to ensure that everyone who has turned 18 register. We have 13 days for registration to ensure we go out, we register to vote. We continue to encourage our neighbors and our friends to support the Unity Labour Party. We encourage them, and we go out in our numbers to give this hard-working team, the Unity Labour Party, the mandate that they so deserve. You, the people of Central LEEWARD, you're important to this political process. You're important because in 2015, when Sir Louis came back and anchored the LEEWARD corridor in Central LEEWARD, many of them said, "How we thief the seat." So Louis said, "Take your licks like a big man." And you came back in 2020 and you voted with a vengeance, and you continue to demonstrate that Central LEEWARD is Labour and you are rock solid for the Unity Labour Party. We are going to teach them a lesson again in 2025. We ain't mixing up and blend up here. We are coming straight to you, the people, outline our vision, outline our plans, outline where we are providing opportunities for growth, wealth creation, and opportunities for you and your children. And the vision going forward, own the future.
Solid as a rock, solid as a, yeah.
And those of you who are listening in South LEEWARD and West Kingston, I want to encourage you to join the Labour family. Let us put these constituencies into a winning column for the Unity Labour Party. Let us give this government a full mandate to continue the work that we're doing. And in North LEEWARD, my comrades and friends are rallying hard, and they're coming stronger than ever and stronger because Labour is stronger. Labour is working, and the people on the LEEWARD side of the island, they're seeing the benefits of a working government right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right here on the LEEWARD corridor. I want to end here by sharing this important message. Many of our comrades became complacent and felt, well, in 2020, we didn't have to go out and vote. Labour win again. In fact, we took a seat and we got 9 seats in the parliament. But I want to tell you, no opposition, no weak, no lazy, no backward opposition is going to have the bragging rights for the majority votes post at 2025 general elections. We are coming stronger. We are coming harder. We are coming out and we are bringing all our comrades out. Every single Labour voter is leaving the house. They are coming out to vote. They are coming out to signal to everybody across the region, across the world, that Ralph is the man to lead, the man with the vision and the plan. In Central Leeward, that Randy is the man who is going to recover all our post-disaster recovery housing. And in North Leeward, that Carlos is continuing our development and transformation in tourism. And our Attorney General who is here, Grenville, is delivering and will continue to deliver for the people. And Giselle, what a dynamic young lady who has come to Labour and who has given you representation. West Kingston deserves leadership and we're offering that. This election general elections, comrades and friends, it's not about any of our candidates who are putting themselves forward, those who are returning, and those who are first-time candidates. This general elections is about you, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You deserve a government that is going to work. You deserve a government that is going to deliver. You deserve a government that is going to provide the opportunities for you, the people. And you have to go out and defend this government, defend your party, your plans, your policies, your programs. It is yours. Own the future. Comrades and friends, Central Leeward, I love you. God bless and thank you very much.
Rocking us solid ground. We rise up like the sun, and any and everything we overcome. We pray God will be done on earth as it is in heaven. We standing on the rock, 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 on the victory rock, yeah, yeah. We standing on the rock, 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 on the victory rock, yeah, yeah.
Comrades, what a beautiful night, what a beautiful Friday night it is here in Buccament, Central Leeward. Are you ready to vote? I can't hear all you. Are you ready to vote? Blow your horn if you're ready to vote.
Be red people. Red and rally, rally, put your hand up in the air. Red and rally, rally, put your hand up. What? Labour walking for we. Labour is walking. Labour walking for me. Labour walking for me. Labour is working. I said the choice is clear. Say Chevy is yet to stay. I said the choice is clear. Ralph not going nowhere. Hear me now. Watch out the place.
Watch out the place, Jiggy. I love all you. All the sweet and nice. And you know I always love Central Leeward. Anytime I come into Central Leeward, I have to stop off. I'm special people I gotta stop off by. I gotta stop off by Sheedy them. And she granny. And she granny always got food for feed me. I don't know how to start but Labour people hungry. Eh? Them always got food for feed me. Place always nice and jiggy. Comrades, you know, one of the hallmarks of the Unity Labour Party administration is the great expansion of opportunities for women. Remember woman are really used to doing nothing, you know. People are used to want to give woman work. Men were only for housework, as somebody say. The janitors and them things. You remember them days? Women running everything now, so much so that a spokesman for the NDP cussing. He said, woman getting too much work. Woman running too much thing. He said that go sink the country. Well, apparently, they're trying to win so that they could change that. But our women have stepped up remarkably well in the last 24 and a half years. And they have proven their worth. They have shown that they are just as much nation builders as the men. And now, every facet of life, you can find the women making their contribution. Even now, comrades, when you go on the construction site, even when you go on the construction site, you meet the women there. And they're leading. We just finished building a modern port. And you know, there were many young women especially who were working even as engineers building that port. The Unity Labour Party has shown that we care about women. We're willing to invest in women, and then we're willing to give those women an opportunity to prove themselves and to be nation builder. I say that to say that the next speaker is one such woman who has come up from the bowels of the people, and she has stamped her authority all over the globe. Having been our foreign minister, she served with distinction. People were calling from all over the world to give us congratulations on how great our foreign minister was. And now she took over the role of national mobilization. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, has she worked. Especially after Beryl, rolling out program after program. There with the people, for the people, by the people. I telling earlier, here tonight, that she is going to bring proper representation to West Kingstown. Please join me in welcoming the big deal woman. She's a big deal. KMP.
Comrades of Labour. Comrades of Central Leeward, comrades from West Kingston, comrades from South Leeward. Low, I like how all the jiggy. And tonight is Friday night. So all remember that big deal song there that we remix. So we went sing it, right? Because the ULP is a big deal. Minister Brewster is a big deal. Grenville is a big deal. Carlos is a big deal. KMP is a big deal. Our Prime Minister is a big deal. All our candidates, we a big deal. All right. Comrades, you know it. And I expect to hear you singing it. All right? Let we go. ULP, you know we are the VIP. VIP. Ask anybody about we a big deal. ULP is a big deal. We very important for you. ULP is a big deal. And we friend them a big deal. Yeah, we very important for you. Now let me tell you something about this your country. It's going higher with the ULP. Them other guys, you know, they can't touch we. We don't make joke with foreign policy. Education, we gone clear. And not about housing, they can't compare. We've been doing it for 24 years. Tell all the haters that we still here. ULP is a big deal. Yeah, we're very important for real. ULP is a big deal, and we friend them a big deal. Yeah, we're very important for real. It's not about bragging, or boasting, or beating we chest. Let we talk some basic facts. Smart hospital everywhere and the Rabaka Bridge. NDP never built that. Look at the diamond track out there. Every day we are fly from AIA. We are build boat for the fisherman them. Go tell your neighbor and tell your friend we are big deal. ULP is a big deal. Yeah, we very important for real. ULP is a big deal, and we friend them a big deal. Yeah, we very important for real. Now, I want you to see this, right? AIA. You remember when they tried shut down AIA? They didn't want it open. God, when Friday send letter to Eka, so we go and chant. We go and chant. AIA. Let we go. AIA. I want to hear you. AIA. Every day we are flying from AIA. AIA. Sing it so they could hear. AIA. Let me hear you. Every day we are flying from. All right, comrades. I love coming to Central Leeward. All the real jiggy. I love it. I love it. I am happy to be here. And I bring greetings from the constituency of West Kingston. And comrades, you know, we gearing up because the comrade don't ring the bell. And what day is the exam? Wait, I not sure. What day is the exam? All right, so the 27th of November, we are going out and we going to vote with a vengeance. 2025. What did the other fella say? 2028. Comrades, I am here to tell you tonight that the future is bright. You believe that? The future is bright. And because the future is bright, I encourage you to own the future. Take the future because, listen, this government, we've lifted St. Vincent and the Grenadines higher. And we are going to take it even higher. And you've heard the Honorable Prime Minister say in the next 15 years, we are aiming for first world status. Comrades, we have come a long way. And in owning the future, I want us to sit down and reflect and take stock of the present. You know when them stores, they close down for a little bit and they say, we have to do stock taking. You know that? I want us to do a little stock taking tonight. Because if we have to own the future, we have to appreciate what we have at present. Comrades, I have heard opposition supporters say that ULP people just behave as if before 2001, they just behave like St. Vincent didn't exist. And when I sit down and I think about it, I say, but you're right. This version of St. Vincent and the Grenadines that we have now did not exist. You agree with me, right? Listen, there is no sector that the Unity Labour Party has left untouched. Every sector across St. Vincent and the Grenadines has seen significant improvement. And I want to point out some tonight. Let us start with health. And in the song I just sang, I spoke about all the smart hospitals. I want to talk about the health facilities. And right across the road, you can see you have a health facility right here in the Buccament Polyclinic.
Put up your red rag. Hey, hey, lift SH higher. Bambadi, bambadi.
Comrades, at this clinic, you could get all types of medical services, and you pay a fraction of the cost, if at all. What a government! What a government, comrades! Comrades! One of the things we have done, and I want you to listen to this, because although I come from an urban constituency, being West Kingston, one of the things we have done across this country is to decentralize healthcare. Because you don't need to run to Kingston for every medical service. And this administration, early o'clock, saw the need to decentralize the healthcare. And all over the country, on the LEEWARD corridor, on the Windward corridor, you have health facilities everywhere. Health facilities that have improved the lives and the services that are offered to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And if we have done that in 24 years, could you imagine what we're going to do in the future? Comrades, we have to take stock of what we have at present. And we have to take stock about what is at stake if the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines make the mistake to put the NDP there. They have no vision, none whatsoever. And I said in South Leeward, and I will say here in Central Leeward, they are politically blind. Politically blind. Every major project we have proposed, they have opposed. And who could use the facilities more than them? When Beryl hit us last year, what did the opposition leader do? He had his vacation plan. The same AIA he tried to shut down. He wanted to make AIA a stillborn. It's the same AIA he used to go on his vacation, while the people in the Northern Grenadines and the people in the Southern Grenadines and people all across this country, when these people were at their lowest after a Category 4 hurricane.
Hypocrite, you dirty hypocrite.
Dirty hypocrites.
You're gonna pay the price on
Comrades,
the day.
they are politically blind and they do not have the vision. And we cannot make the mistake to put them into office. Comrades, across this country, just as we have decentralized healthcare, we have decentralized social services across this country. And as the Minister of National Mobilization, I am proud to say that any district across this country you go to, you can get access to the same services that you can get right in Kingston. And that is a significant thing, especially when it comes to social development. And we offer a number of programs for people all over this country. As the ministry that is responsible for gender affairs, we have programs for women. We have programs to empower men, women, boys, girls. We have programs to assist women and men who are victims of domestic violence. And this is a problem not just nationally, but it is a regional problem. It is an international problem. But we have to do our part as a community to stomp it out. But our ministry is there. And I remember when I just joined the ministry, I was reading about what my predecessor, which is Oran the Brewster, what he and the team were doing in decentralizing all of these services so that you don't have to come to Kingston for everything. And they had the vision to start that decentralization, and now I am proud and honored to be implementing it. And these are the transformations we have seen over the last 24 years under this ULP government. Comrades, as it relates to infrastructure, I want us to do a stock taking. Across this country, we have built bridges, we have built roads, and they always tease us and say we're talking too much about Rabaka Bridge. But Rabaka Bridge was a game changer. Because when we proposed it, the NDP opposed it. Up to this day, they still have nothing good to say about it. But it has made all the difference for the people who live north of the Dry River. Comrades, Minister Brewster and I, we are relatively young. But we are old enough to remember what the country was like under the NDP. And I remember, and I see Mrs. Brewster in the crowd, and we are all New Testament Church of God children, and we all used to go to the same camps. I don't know if you remember when we went to Georgetown, about 96, 97. We went to La Soufrière, we hiked it, came back, it was raining, and the river came down with a vengeance. And all the camp counselors are wondering, how are we going to get people cheering back over this river to take them to the campsite? And every camp counselor who was able to do it had to put a child on their back, brave the treacherous waters of the river, take us safely to the other side. They had to go back, and they had to do that until all the children were safely on the side of Georgetown to go back to the campsite. So I know what I am talking about, and I can tell you the game changer of Rabaka Bridge. Comrades, we cannot forget, all across this country, we've improved infrastructure. And my brother Grenville spoke about the proposed alternative road to get to the LEEWARD side. And I am happy as the caretaker of West Kingston to facilitate that, because we realize that the LEEWARD coast is developing. Right across here we have Sandals. Further down you're going to have a Marriott. Then you're going to have a beaches. We need an alternative access onto the LEEWARD side. And I am happy to facilitate that. Myself, Minister Brewster, Grenville, we met Carlos, we all met with the Minister of Transport and Works, and in the early days of our next term, that road is going to be a priority.
I've been there before. What if I fight to fight? Would I need 1,000 books to write?
Comrades, the Unity Labour Party has transformed the landscape of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as it relates to education. And all the speakers before, they spoke about it, but it bears repeating. Orlando and I, Grenville, and many others, and many of you in the crowd, we came from humble beginnings. We came from working class parents, and we know the struggle. And we saw how hard our parents worked to be able to send us to school. And I always tell people that if I were to go to university in the time of the NDP, you know what, Randy, we would have just have to go find a work. Because they would have said to us, well, you know, there are other people and there's only 4 scholarships we are giving. So you might have to get a job and maybe take a mortgage. And you know what this government did? Apart from making opportunities available for young people, the government offered a government guaranteed student loan so that you, the parents, don't have to put up your house. That is a government with vision. That is a government with love, comrades. We have to take stock of that. The NDP would have never done that. Never.
I wanna be your sole provider.
Comrades, I want us to take stock of how this government, how this administration responds to natural disasters. I questioned my mother and other older family members about what things were like when we had hurricanes affecting farmers and fishers and even the ordinary man. I heard the stories about Hurricane Alan. I heard about Gilbert. I heard about Janet. But when I asked them, I said, when NDP was in office, and when any hurricane hit St. Vincent at the time NDP was in office, what sort of support did they give? They said none. Tell me again, what support did they give? None. Comrades, you are witnessing before your very eyes a revolution as it relates to how a government responds to natural disasters. And when I joined the cabinet in 2020, the Lassufre started erupting effusively. And then in April, it exploded. And people from North Leeward, North Windward, some in Central, I imagine, had to evacuate because of this giant we had in the north. And this was during a pandemic. This was during a time when we were also battling with dengue. Randy, you remember? We had a lot dealing with. And what I love about our Prime Minister is his patience and his calm. The way he would deal with things one by one. He would compartmentalize. And he will hear from every ministry. What are you doing? How are you responding? Where are we today? And we rolled out support for Vincentians like never seen before. Comrades, that is a government who is working. Labor is working for you. And anybody who tries to convince you otherwise, they are liars. Labor is working. We provided income support during COVID for persons who were affected by the pandemic, whose businesses were affected. Income support was provided. To the farmers and fishers, support was provided. When Lassufre erupted, we provided additional support for our students. We provided them with tablets. And I want to touch on that because, as I said, Randy and I, we are relatively young, but we are old enough to remember what it was like. When we went to secondary school, you know where we used to have to go to get internet? I want any young person here to tell me if they ever know about internet cafe. We used to have to go to an internet cafe. Or the library, but the thing is, the library was always full. Exactly. So we had to go to internet cafe to get internet. Sit down, use the computers, type up our projects, pay to print them off, submit them to class. That is what life was like. And then when the later stages of this administration, our Prime Minister said, no, we have to provide technology for our students. We've given laptops, we've given tablets. Just recently, the Minister of Education, he rolled out a program where all across the country, students were equipped with the technological tools to do their work and do it well. Comrades, labor is working.
Strength and hope, strength and hope. You be my strength and hope. In times like this, I cannot cope. Jaja, give me strength and hope.
Comrades, labor is working because we have youths in leadership. And I said a few days ago that the Unity Labour Party empowers our youths. And the Unity Labour Party embraces our youth. And they trust the youth to represent and to represent well. We heard Senator Bob speak about Minister Brewster giving her the opportunity to present at a meeting in St. Lucia. And I am so grateful that the Prime Minister gave me the opportunity to serve the country that I know and the country that I love and the country that raised me. Comrades, the Unity Labour Party loves young people. And that is why we are working so hard to secure the future for your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren not yet born.
Why should I worry? Why should I fear? When me left on me burden, the fathers.
Our Prime Minister is here. Comrades, make some noise!
Anyone can rule my country with the right capability. They could be white, yellow, or black. We ain't having no problem with that. Right now, my country making progress, which means the leader is very blessed, who behaving like the power possess. I believe they want to feather their nest. Keep the fire burning, keep the fire burning. Burn down with your vote on election day. And when you vote for your party, remember to vote you wealthy. Burn them with the fire all the way. Keep the fire burning, burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn them with your vote on election day. And when you vote for your party, remember to vote you wealthy. Burn them with the fire all the way. I fear they will stop the airport, all the foreign aid will cut short. Starting over, it will take time. Time to wait and multiply. In these tough economic times, we have no oil, copper, or gold mine. We need a leader to go out and hunt. Beg, besiege, if possible.
Let me hear you sing. Keep the fire burning.
Fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn them with your vote on election day. And when you vote for your party, remember to vote you wealthy. Burn them with the fire all the way. Keep the fire burning. Burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn them with your vote on election day.
Comrades!
Hit them for six, hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for six, hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for six, hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. See what you do, that can boom, boom, boom. you know, knocking boom, boom, boom. Comrade that you know, knocking boom, boom, boom. The comrade that you know, knocking boom, boom, boom. And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear it. And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear it.
Comrades! Comrades, now PM came in at a critical time, and you know we had the local saying you're gonna live long. I just called the Prime Minister name, not you.
I am asking the good Lord to give me at least 110 years like Isaac, son of Abraham.
We don't leave where we come right. Show me your hands. We don't leave where we come right. Get up on your hands. We don't leave where we come right. Show me your hands. We don't leave where we come right. Everybody sing. They don't have no behavior. That's why we voted for Labour. They don't have no behavior. We voted for man and Labour. They don't have no behavior. That's why we voted for Labour. They don't have no behavior. Calling on me red and step. Me red rats. If you love the comrade, dance for them. Somebody show me a red rag. Can somebody show me a red flag? Show some labor love for the comrade. Every labor man and every labor woman say, I'm a dopey conqueror, conqueror. So just show me a red, let me hot up them head now. Let me see who vote in labor. Everybody show four finger. If you know Ralph is the best man, wave your red rock for the red man. Eustace him not ready yet, just like the dead we ever ready get. If you think NDP done bad, everybody dance like the comrade. 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 Everybody wave up your red rock. Red rock. Red rock. Red rock. Everybody wave up your red rock. Ben Exeter him to damn slap. Man up a jump and man back. They encouraging slackness. I want to talk same-sex marriages. The whole of them low. They want. If you think NDP done bad, everybody dance like the comrade. 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 Comrade.
Comrades! Comrades! I was just making the point that the ULP embraces young people. And when I look across the room in cabinet, I am so proud to see young people there. Where Randy? Randy, come. You see this man? This is my friend. And it's not friend now. It's friend from long time. When he went to the boys' grammar school and I was at the girls' high school. And we come, as I said, we come from humble beginnings. And we worked hard. I became the lawyer, he became the doctor. That is what the education revolution can produce, and that is what it is about. And I don't see that Central Leeward is jiggy for Randy. And I know I'll go vote Randy on election day. There's no doubt about it. And Mick's going to get licks. And he's going to get more licks than the last man who come against Randy. Comrades, I want you, as we did a stock taking tonight about what we've done, where we've come from, I want you to own the future. Because you see right here, this is the future. You see the young people in the crowd, you are the future. And you have to own the future and take hold of it. Do not squander your future with the New Democratic Party. All they have to offer you is shame and disgrace. They are a national disaster pending. Comrades, I thank you for your warm welcome to Central Leeward. It is always an honor and pleasure to be here. And let's go forward and knock on your neighbor door and say, thank you, comrades.
You help me again. Defend your leaders, defend your country, defend your party, defend your game. On the campaign, let we on the campaign. Stand firm for the third term.
Comrades, let's hear it again for the powerful, the dynamic KMP. You see the candidates of quality that we produce. Huh? You can't get that over there, you know. Over there, who not lazy, them crazy. Comrades, in the NDP, who not lazy, them crazy. A lie? All right. Good. Speaking about who not lazy. Oh, by the way, before I do that, I want you all to say a special good evening to this young lady right here. Come, please, there. Come. This is the Central Leeward contestant for Miss Unity Youths 2025.
Good night, Central Leeward. I am your contestant number 10 in this year's Miss Unity Youth pageant. Thank you.
"15 beautiful and intelligent contestants this year. You know, we always do things differently, and them always try to follow it. Comrades, you know, you here in Central Leeward, you're very fortunate. Because I remember, I think it was sometime last year or the year before, Brewster and I were supposed to go down to North Leeward and do some work. But later on in the day, we had scheduled to go in the countryside and do some work. So we decided that we would start in North Leeward first. So he said, "Comrade, come down and meet me. And we go roll from by me and go North Leeward, and when we come back, we go country." That make more sense than for him to come down and go back, right? I said, all right, that makes sense. Comrades, I get up. I reached down by Brewster just after 7 o'clock in the morning. I was surprised to see. I thought it was a clinic. I thought it was a clinic. The amount of people stand up outside this man's yard. And he comes out And he deals with everybody's issue. Central Leeward people know exactly what I'm talking about, not true? And his wife, she going in and she coming out, she bringing out juice and thing. And I said, boy, this is clinic. This man is really, is a doctor. Is a doctor's office. They come see the doctor. He is a doctor. And the way he has dealt with you surgically, with precision, and most importantly, for a doctor, with care and concern. I really wonder if Mix feel he got a chance. Mix must be crazy. He not one the lazy one, he one the crazy one. Comrades, Central Leeward people know, like the brewery know, you have to hold your own. And you have had the fortune of having excellent representation all the way back to Sir Louis come forward. And the excellent representation is continued and personified in Dr. Orlando Brewster. So no matter what slings and arrows they throw at him, you know, election day, you are coming out and you're going all in, you and your neighbor, to mark your ex for Brewster and the star. Here is your boy. Here is the star boy, Brewster.
I was buried alive.
I say,
I'm still breathing.
Central Leeward, I'm still here.
I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling.
I've got a feeling.
I am alive. There must be a reason.
There must be a reason.
I was given one more chance. My heart still beating.
Don't care how much they try. Central Leeward is Labour, and Labour is Central Leeward.
What tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Oh, I am alive. There must be a reason.
We have to do this for our children and our children.
One more chance.
Central Leeward is standing firm for another term.
Now all this time I've been blind, only running against the wind. Songs of mine, sweet time.
Yes.
After living a life of sins,
Many give up, many give in. It's our determination to win.
I survived
The worst of times I survived. I was. They can't bury Orlando Brewster. They can't bury Labour in Central Leeward. There must be a reason.
I was given one more chance. My heart still beating. Oh, they made a ditch for one.
Enjoy yourself, Central Leeward. This is your time. Make some Central Leeward noise. Make some Central Leeward noise. I want them to hear Central Leeward tonight. When the lion roar, I want them to know Central Leeward is alive and well for Labour.
I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling.
Thank you, Eminem. Thank you, Eminem.
Love your bad.
Oh, I love all your bad. I love all your bad. Central Leeward, I love all your bad. And I could do anything for you. I would work hard because I love all your bad. Anything for Central Leeward. Come on, Eminem. Anything you want. Anything Central Leeward. Orlando Brewster will work with you to deliver. Hey! them take their eyes off Central Leeward. Because Central Leeward is red and Central Leeward is ready. They can't test we down here in Central. This is my people. And I love all you, man. They want mash up we love, but that ain't happening. Anything you want. Anything you need. You're getting it. You want a sporting facility, you're getting it. I love all your man Central. Thank you, Eminem. Thank you, Eminem. I want them to hear it. I want them to hear it. Let them know that there's a young lion in Central Leeward. Thank you. Thank you, Central Leeward. Thank you, comrades of Flavor. What a wonderful night it is to be in Buccament Bay. A night for us to show how much we love each other here in Central Leeward and show them that Central Leeward is red, Central Leeward is ready, and Central Leeward is solid with labor. First, I want to thank the Almighty God for bringing everyone out here tonight and for holding the weather, because you know it was a little gloomy earlier. But look at a magnificent turnout here in Buccament. And you know, when you turn out for Orlando Randy Brewster, you know that he loves you, and anything you want, you're getting. I want to say tonight that I'm happy to be alongside my esteemed Prime Minister and my cabinet colleagues. Carlos has another function, so he had to leave early, and so Shaquille as well. But if you notice, I see the PM tonight, we wearing hats, me and you. And we ain't wearing helmets, you know, we ain't defending, we batting. And we hitting. And you know, we hit them once, we hit them twice, we hit them 3 times, we hit them 4 times, we hit them 5 times, and we're gonna hit them for a 6th time. I want to have a conversation with you, my people from Central Leeward. And before I go further, I must honor those that have served before me in Comrade Louis Straker. He's not here because it's a Sabbath, but I know he's listening because he say, boy, I can't resist when you're speaking. I have to listen to you. I know Comrade Maxie as well is not here because it's a Sabbath, but I know he's listening. And these are the giants from Central Leeward whose shoulder has propped me up for me to be your representative here in Central Leeward. And I have to honor these great men. I want to talk to everyone who's listening in your homes tonight. Because as I usually say, this party is not a party of lies and commerce and propaganda. It's a party about the vision for the future and making sure that your children and your grandchildren benefits from all of the accomplishment that we have gained thus far. I know that many will try to silence Central Leeward, but I have a message for those who would send their arrows and sling their attacks at the candidate and his family for Central Leeward. I want to tell you that the righteous is as bold as a lion. I have no fear. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil that come against me or my family here in Central Leeward.
Why should I worry? Why should I fear? When me left on me burden in on the Father's care, why should I?
What they're trying to do is silence the young and the rising and the harmonizing candidate from Central Leeward. But that not gonna happen. I know that the people of Central Leeward know who Orlando Randy Brewster is. I ran on a campaign in 2020 on leadership you can trust. And I know that I can walk into any home in Central Leeward and have a conversation with anybody because this constituency raised me.
I have a heart like a lion, strong like Mount Zion, so Babylon can never get me down.
I see in the crowd here tonight one of the women who taught me at preschool. She's right here. Kitty Antoine from Buccament. Right up the road here is the Leeward District 7-day Adventist School. And on the opposite side is Stantiofa, God rest her soul. All of these people from Buccament helped me to be the man that I am today. So when you want me to back off from serving my people, that nah go happen.
Together we stand, brothers. Together we stand, sisters.
I was raised in Steppy and Bowling and Tisha Road and Plan and Pasha. I know every nook and cranny of my constituency. And I spent my first years in working in Barley. And all they think, Barley turn up. I will show them this time who will turn Barley up. When you come to represent people, you don't open by telling lies. The first thing that a man who's running on the other side said when he came as a representative or a candidate for the other side was that nothing ain't happened in 25 years in Central Leeward. The man lied right about that lie.
To eat my flesh, they're gonna stumble and fall, so never feel like yes.
But that is to tell you, birds of a feather flock together. I can tell you that over the years I've seen the transformation of this constituency of Central Leeward. Let us start right here in Buccament Bay. Buccament Bay was only known before for treachery. Now you turn on your television, whether in the UK or the US, you see Sandals Resort, Buccament Bay. But I want to tell you something and I want to talk about that. You hear the other side talking about, oh, they want to create employment for young people. But I want to tell you right here in Buccament, when we were about to embark on this Sandals, the higher-ups in the NDP and the hangers-on, they came in a community meeting up here to try to mash up the whole thing.
He said, good over life over death.
But the man them not no shame, you know. Because on the opening of sandals, the opposition leader want to push me down for cut ribbon. I tell all you about them, I'm warning all you about them. They are not nice people. They want to sell out St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They want to sell citizenship. I want to tell you, and most of you have one passport. It's a Vincentian passport. And there are some who are lining up behind the NDP that are operating behind keyboards. They have two passports. So they're lining up to sell St. Vincent passport. But they hold on to the American and the Canadian passport. They ain't touching that one.
Them no in my leg. No in my leg. Them I put a little bit of money away. No reason.
So St. Vincent passport ain't good enough. So we could sell that out. But they go hang on to the American and the Canadian passport. Watch them. Don't trust them. There are many parents here that have seen the transformation of their children's life under this Unity Labour Party. I am a product of transformation in the constituency of Central Leeward. I have pulled my bootstrap up thanks to opportunities provided by our esteemed leader, Comrade Ralph Gonsalves. They could talk all they want about him. They could badmind him. But you know why he's not going to move? Because he loves and he has a heart for the poor and the vulnerable of this country.
People talk, that's what they do. But they don't understand. Home is still a portion, but you.
This comrade leader has helped many of the young people here. See all in all the numbers. Remember your parents. Many of them were not afforded the opportunity to go to a secondary school. Many of them did not have the opportunity to get a proper job under the New Democratic Party. Many of them had to use less than ideal resources to help their children. And I tell you the story when I came into this thing that my mother and my grandmother had a decision to make one day under the New Democratic Party. Whether they eat or whether Orlando Randy Brewster goes to the St. Vincent Grammar School. And they choose to take the last money in the house to make sure that this young man went off to get an education at the St. Vincent Grammar School. Now, you don't have to be like that. Because if you have a young child or children going to any school, there are many programs and policies by this government that would help your children in their rainy days.
I will always be true to you. It's not only a feeling.
There are many opportunities your mommy and daddy couldn't get because if they had proper housing, they had to go and mortgage it in order for you to go off to study. And I want the young people especially to listen to me. Because this is a good time to be young and alive in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Never one day the Tisha Road imagined that they would roll out a representative for them and more so a government minister. Because the NDP looked down on the people of Tisha Road. I could talk, you know, because I live under both government. They don't want to see the children from Garden here to get the same opportunities so that they could soar with their wings and clip. I want to see lawyers and doctors coming out from Morgan Square and from Mutland Glass and right here in Garden in Buccament Bay. I have friends who at the age of 11, they had to say bye-bye to school.
because they had a policy that if you ain't pass common entrance, that was it. Dog, eat your supper. But I can give you living proof that second opportunity works. Right here, we have a secondary school in Buccament Bay. That was a vision of this Unity Labour Party. Many of these students, they were termed of those who didn't really have so much up there. But today, that school is a sterling example. That school has been doing exceptional with their CSEC results. When the New Democratic Party said they cannot have an education revolution until 2030, you know what we said? We said, no, we are not a party of impossibilities. We are a party of possibilities, and we trust our young people, and we want to give them another opportunity to make use of themselves and their lives. I remember right here in Buccament Bay, they said we don't do anything. Many of you remember what this roadway was like. Whenever there was a rain in the valley, down here used to flood. It is this government who implemented a magnificent river defense here. And added to that, we made sure that you have proper infrastructure. This road that you're standing on. But I tell you, man and them not shame, you know. The man and them come on a road, the same road, say they having village meeting. And then say, nothing ain't happening. Nothing now go on. This government has developed healthcare across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right here in Buccament, under this Unity Labour Party, we have a brand new polyclinic. Many of you, that's where you go to get your health services. And we did not just build it and put it there. We said that we're going to provide as much as possible the different services so that you can have proper health care. Before, you remember when you used to line up in tongue to get an x-ray? But right here, you would come to Buccament Bay and do your x-ray right here. Remember when you had to go to different private facilities and in Kingston to get an ultrasound? You could come here to Buccament to get your ultrasound. Labour is working for Central Leeward. And there's more to come for you, Buccament. Because as we speak, we are formalizing and regularizing an informal settlement that we had upon the playing field for years. And instead of the man who running against me go and say, well, this is a good thing, at least people getting help, they're getting help with the houses, they go do a whole report on nothing. And they don't realize the importance of these things. Because these persons who are getting their houses up there close to the playing field area, some of them are in the shelter in Barbados, and we have to help people. And added to that, we said to the fisher folks here in Buccament that we're going to provide a facility for you so you can store your nets and your seine, but we have to move some people from over in the small bit here to take them up there so the fisherman and them could get the thing down here. But they ain't gonna know that because they are shallow and they're empty and they're empty barrels and all they do is make noise.
When the wicked trouble you, oh yes, when them trouble you, oh yeah, but that sing a song, keep on the whole of them. When the wicked
Buccament, we ain't done yet. Because when we fix up the area around the park, we are going to put here, right there in Buccament, you will have the first synthetic track. So that people from the LEEWARD side, they don't have to go all the way to Diamond, but you could come right here to do your sporting activities in track and field.
You can get it if you really
Brewster
want.
delivers for Central
You
LEEWARD.
can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. But
could go on all night about the different areas that this Unity Labour Party has touched. And one of the things that excites me a lot going into the new term, when I see all the young people here, many of you you went to college, you study, you did well, but you come back home and you're still living with mommy and daddy. You're walking, but you're still living with mommy and daddy. And the Prime Minister, we sat in cabinet and we said we have to find something in terms of housing for young people. And that is how we came up with the philosophy and the concept, and we're going to roll it out in Peter's Hope, housing for young professionals. This government has held your hand from preschool. When you got to primary school, we opened the doors to secondary school. You got to secondary school, we help you at your college and your tertiary level. And when you come back from studying, you're working, we helping you now with your housing. This is a government that is working. While they're cussing, we are working. Labour is working for all our way. Let me tell you something about these guys and how they are blinded and visionless. When our Prime Minister, we had the opportunity with Sandals, we said we have to help more young people in the tourism sector, the hospitality sector. And we said we've seen the magnificent footprint of Sandals. So let us engage now in doing a magnificent resort in Moncton. But Sinclair Leacock said that we should cap the investments coming in. Young people, pay attention. Now, they're going to come and tell you that they want to give you this and they want to give you that. And I want to talk to the young men who they say that they're sitting on the blocks. We have opened up the education revolution, not only in academia, but in skills training. We do electricity. There's plumbing. There's welding. There's soft skills, other soft skills. Bartending. Many of the workers at Sandals, they came through the TVET system. There are more coming for you. There are many opportunities. Don't sit back and relax and say nothing ain't happening for me. I always say this, to get where I am, I had to start somewhere. And you must make a start. You may want to be a doctor or a lawyer, but that might not be the first opportunity you get. But you can use the first opportunity as a stepping stone to get where you want to. I have to talk to you seriously because the other side, they're talking nonsense. They're hiding from you their true intentions. There are many of them that are lined up at the trough. They have been promised different positions by the New Democratic Party. They've been promised positions by the New Democratic Party. So when you see the cussing and carrying on Facebook and social media, just remember that.
A word from the wise, don't try to make life on your own. Remember that God just by your side.
When we are building, they're opposing. I can tell you this government, I always say we're not a perfect government. We will have some shortfalls. We will have obstacles. Sometimes we're rolling out a project. There might be a hiccup here or there. And we come to you and we speak to you in honesty. After Hurricane Beryl, we said to you the magnitude of the work with housing. It's huge. We're talking about 6,000 to 7,000 homes to be rebuilt or repaired or reconstructed. So far, never in the history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has any government, except for the Unity Labour Party government, done 5,000 homes in just over a year.
Simplicity we used to survive. Men who find it difficult because they ignorant and hard. Simplicity we used to survive. Do what you doing properly. That's the way.
And we said to you, we said we're not going to get everything done before you go to the polls on election.
We said that in all honesty. I remember in Parliament, the leader of the opposition said that this thing is going to take time. But they ain't studying what they're saying, you know. You notice that they're making a lot of mistakes? You notice that? Because they don't pay attention to what they say. He said in Parliament that it is going to take some time. But yet, after that, they come and they parade and say we are not doing enough. But I can tell you that Labour is doing and working overtime. They never built one single house for anybody in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This Unity Labour Party has done that over and over after many natural disasters here. They could lick me up. They could cuss me all they want. But none of them will silence me when I speak to you, the young people, and you, Central Leeward, and by extension, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, I hear that, Prime Minister, I don't know if you know, they're coming again on Monday to make some more promises, the New Democratic Party. I see they put out thing that they're going to promise again. But I say to you, if you cannot deliver on the $100,000 that you promised the students in terms of the bursary and the help in the Southern Grenadines, you're promising still? Show us your true intention.
Friday, where is the thing you promised where? Remember Friday, the big fat 100 grand you promised where? Hey, Friday.
And by the way, there are many of them now, they're going to the registration station and trying to frustrate the process. But I'm telling you, comrades of Labour, keep your eyes on, keep your ears to the ground, because they're desperate, and desperate require desperate measures, and they will do anything in their power to upset and to derail the process. Central Leeward, you know that you have a good representative. I don't have to emphasize that. You know that you have a good representative. You have in this young man someone who is not lazy, someone who is a hard worker, someone who comes from the bowels of the people. None of them on the other side, you ever hear them talk about where they come from? Because they are in a category. But I can talk to you because we can relate and we can have conversations. Thank you, comrade. Thank you, comrade. And like I said, when I put on my work boots, when I get up in the morning and I say my prayers, and I put on my work shoe, it is with the young children in my mind. When Hurricane Beryl hit, I didn't get a rest. For the past 4+ years, we had pandemic, we had volcanic eruptions, we had Hurricane Elsa, we had Beryl. And I know that our leader, he trusts young people. When I got into office in 2020, he gave to Orlando Brewster the biggest portfolio in the government. When people tell him, PM, that is too much for him, he say he young and he's strong, and God call him while he young and he's strong. But he knows the caliber of young man that I am. And he would tell you that whenever he gives me a task, and he said, Comrade Randy, I want you to handle this, he can go and sit comfortably and know that the work is going to be done. We are not lazy. We have a young team, a brilliant team. You heard from Sister Kisal, a woman of class. You heard from Carlos James, one of the most revered tourism minister in the region. You heard from the hard-working Attorney General. And there are many more things that we have to do. But the comrade has laid the foundation. And he's saying to you, young people, here in Central Leeward and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that we have more work to do. But he trusts you to help us to get to that first world nation status. If he can trust a young man out of Tisha Road to say, I want you to come and serve his people. Serve your people. And I ain't weary yet. I have just begun. I have more to deliver to you, the people of Central Leeward. I have more houses to build. I have more scholarships to give out to the poor and the working class. I have more to deliver in healthcare. And I want to urge you to stay with labor, because labor is better. Labor is serious. And labor wants to take you into the future so that you and your children and your children can be better off. I ain't leaving behind any unfinished tasks. And Central Leeward, I know you have my back. And on the 27th of November, we're going to go out in our numbers. And we're going to vote with a vengeance this time. And we're going to give them a beating. And we're going to return the Unity Labour Party for a 6th term. I want you to join with me and take your family and your children into the future. You have run the race, and we have kept the faith. Oh, these words. They could come at me all they want, but I am not leaving behind any unfinished tasks. For the children down in Butland Glass and up in 3 Acres and up in Revulsion, Orlando Randy Brewster will work for you. For the children from Tisha Road and Plan and all and Cemetery Hill and Cashville, I am here with you. Oh, I'm on them plate. And I want you to blow your horns. Blow them out, blow them out, blow them out. Blow them out with them bad spirits. Blow them out with them negativity. Blow them out.
And when I've come to change my world and reach glory at last.
Register. Make sure you take your children, your brother, your auntie, your mommy. Make sure that they go out and poll in there. Oh, Central Leeward, you stayed with labor. We have more to do, and you can trust the Unity Labour Party to deliver. Nobody is going to take the children bread from their table to sell us out to China and leave Taiwan. They ain't happening. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it together. You're going to walk with me, and we're going to walk hand in hand to deliver the future for our children and our children's children. Don't mind them with their empty promises. They have one aim, is to sell out this country. But we will not allow that to happen. This man has done magnificent work across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He has a heart for you, the people. And we have to make sure that he is in the driver's seat after this election for 2025. Central Leeward, I love you. I love you and I'm working for you. They're not going to derail us or stop us this time. I am not in this for any personal gains. I am in this to help to develop my country and my people. So for them, all they want is to line their pockets. But it ain't happening in this country. Not them sell out our wonderful St. Vincent and the Grenadines. God bless you and I love you. And we will talk again when we meet in Barbados and when we meet in Layu. We have more to talk. I love you, Central Leeward. I love you. I love you. God bless you.
What are they saying? 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 Somebody tell me a while ago, the way all they carrying on with them horns is like you're paying all the bloody horns. Blow your horns, blow your horns. You know, I am told, Prime Minister, somebody tell me, sometime last week, NDP went to have a meeting up in Byra. They went Byra last week. Somebody tell me that Cummins nearly get in a fight with a man because the man blowing the horn and he don't like noise in the head. He started to tell them, don't make no noise in my head. You blow them thing there. But you see the problem is PM. Our hands the song so loud. Anytime you hear a horn, it's chipping him off. All they blow all the horn, it's driving them crazy. Blow your horn, blow your horn. The afraid horn.
And in relation to Cummins, when you see behaving like that, watch if the full moon is up.
We born bad and brave.
Blow your horn, blow your horn.
Afraid horn, afraid horn, afraid horn bad, afraid horn.
Who, me?
Afraid horn, bad, afraid horn, afraid.
Hey, Labour people jiggy, you know. Eh? Central Leeward jiggy. Is licks. Is licks. Is licks. And he ain't getting 1 licks. He getting 6 licks. Comrades, remember on Sunday, the youths are out in their numbers for the youth convention. Going to Diamond. That is in the same area we held Everything Vinci Expo. Out for that. When I have a great time there, we always give the youths their time to shine. When we finish there, we're going up to Rabaka for the Amazing Grace Rally. We have to cleanse and sanctify North Windward. After they don't come mess it up, we will bless it up. Say it with me. After they don't come mess it up, we will. So remember, the buses are free. Get your bus organized. Get your ride organized. Everybody, whether you're riding car, van, truck, bike, donkey, boat, wherever you're riding, we're going Rabaka Sunday, Amazing Grace, 5 o'clock. And don't forget to walk with your horn. When you're passing in the bus, when you leave Baga and you're going up, when you leave Leyu and you're going up, when you leave Buccament, you're going up, wherever you're leaving from and you're going up, walk with your horn and just blow horn because they prayed horn. All right. Comrades, I want to bring to you the epitome of vision and will, energy and skill. This is the man who led us out of the dark ages. Let me not talk with water in my mouth. Everybody used to look down on we. We not been nobody. Everybody used to ask you, where are they? When you tell them if I'm St. Vincent. Even people in the Caribbean used to ask you, where are they? Let me not talk with water in my mouth. And we left from that place where people couldn't even find us on the map to sitting at the highest level at the United Nations. But that come because we have a leader who epitomizes energy and will, vision and skill. That is not something that we should take for granted, especially in these times. Comrades, all you listening to the news, all you watching on social media, you see what's going on in the Caribbean waters right now. A whole lot of warships floating around. Bombs and guns floating around. You cannot have any pure leader in these times. You cannot have any indecisive person leading in these times. And you can't have a man who lacks vision in these times. Because one wrong move could set us back years, decades. Contemplate on these things while you listen to the leader of our political party. And I want you to raise your horns now. I want you to bless him up as he comes to talk to us, the one and only world boss, the comrade.
Place a fire down in my soul, and the Holy Ghost sit down, sit down. You can't sit down.
Comrades and friends of labor, I am happy to be here tonight with you in Buccament and to be supporting yet again the candidacy of a very distinguished young man, Orlando Brewster. A young man of exceptional quality. A young man who has performed very well in every ministerial portfolio that I assigned him. And you can see his works. And what is good about him, above all, he loves people. I always tell individuals when they want to get involved in politics, you can ask Grenville and Kisal, my son Camilo, Sabuto, every one of them. I said, there are many qualities which you require to be a representative. But the most important of all is to love people. And not to love people in the general, but to love people in the particular. It's easy for somebody to say, I love people. But that's not the real true love. You have to love in the particular. It is that love that gives you joy, but it also brings pain when he or she whom you love has difficulties and challenges. And you have to help. And when the pain turns to joy, you get a lift. I tell you, it is the best feeling of anything you can have. Love in the particular.
Love is much more to life than just words. Love is.
This constituency has been continuously in the column of labor since 1994. That's 31 years ago. Through our representatives, so Louis, a man from Buccament, Maxi, and Orlando, we have defeated Hobby Young. We have defeated Norrell Hall, and we have defeated Ben Exeter for the NDP. And by far, the weakest candidate that the NDP has ever put up in this constituency since 1994 is Conroy Huggins. The weakest. And for a preacher man, I didn't know that a preacher man could have told so much lie. And the biggest lie is the one that Orlando referred to, when he said that in 25 years of labor, nothing was done good in St. Vincent and the Grenadines or in Central Leeward by labor. Nothing. When I heard him, I couldn't believe it. And it's lucky thing I'm a Bob Marley fan. And I remember Bob Marley's song. I feel like bombing a church because the preacher was lying. You're not supposed to be a lying preacher. He has to repent for what he said. Right here in Buccament, we have a polyclinic. In this village, in this community, you have under 400 voters or thereabouts. There is no village in the world with 400 voters where you have a polyclinic of the quality like you have here at Buccament. You can't find in America, in England, in Paris, France, in Germany, in all these developed countries, you will not find a village with 400 voters where you have a medical facility like this, where you can do x-rays and ultrasound. And there is none like this, where the Prime Minister of the country will prefer to come here to do his x-ray and ultrasound than go anywhere else, other than if I have to go to Georgetown. Because I've been there. I've had x-ray and ultrasound done here. And I got very, very good and professional service from our Vincentians and from the Cubans. Right here in Buccament. There is no village this size. None. Where you have a world-class resort. The best sandals in the entire Caribbean is in Buccament. The only village which is about the size of Buccament in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where you have a secondary school other than Buccament in St. Vincent, is the one at Connery where I born. I want to tell you this. Who teaching here at Buccament? Anybody here teaching at Buccament? Put up your hand. Anybody on the staff here in Buccament? All right, all right. I want to tell you something. Conroy, you hear me? I know when you used to preach in Park Hill at Park Hill Evangelical, I know you always had political ambition. But I didn't know you have ambition to join this backward set of people named the NDP. And you're going to get licking down here. That when you're done, you might want to run away. Dog does run away, cat does run away, and Conroy will run away too after you get a licking down here. When we came to office in 2001, you had 4 university graduates in the primary school system. They were not paid as university graduates either, because the NDP government said that their bachelor's of education degree didn't have a sufficient content. That in order to get paid as a graduate, you had to have a degree like in history, in biology, in chemistry, in literature, a content degree. But they were so backward. A university degree is not only about content, but is about methods of reasoning and analysis, which you can use across the board in any particular form, in any particular frame, in any particular situation. We corrected that. But that's not the point I want to make about the 4. Buccament, the catchment area here, I haven't checked it recently, but I expect you'll have about 200 students enrolled at Buccament. Am I correct? Just over 200. You can ask me, there are 61 primary schools in this country. You can ask me about the population of all the 61 of them, and I can tell you roughly what the population is. And there are 26 secondary schools, and I can tell you roughly the population in each of them. I didn't look up Buccament, because I deal with it every single day. About 200. I will expect that at Buccament, for the 200 students, I think you probably have between 14 and 16 teachers. There or thereabouts. Am I not correct? In that ballpark, plus the principal. That number, roughly. And if you go there and check, you will find that out of the 14 teachers or so you may have there, 8 of them, maybe 9 of them, have university degrees, and others are studying for university degrees. Right here at the global campus, which we have been instrumental in expanding. And all of them will be studying on tuition scholarships offered by the Unity Labour Party government.
I wanna love you and treat you right. I wanna love you.
Here this. In the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in 2001, in the primary schools, you had 4 graduate teachers. In Buccament Secondary, you have more than 60-70% graduates. I want to take you from here, from the secondary school, and go to the school, the primary school now, in Leyu. And Leyu Primary School, it have about 16 teachers. There or thereabouts. Larger population they have than Buccament. And you will find on that staff also, 16, you will have 9 or 10 of the teachers there have university degrees, and others are studying for university degrees. So, and you can go Barbados, is the same thing. You can go up the valley. You can go up to Dubois. The same story. You can go to Connery, Park Hill, South Rivers, Byra. You can go to Fitzhugh, Chateaubelair, Peter Bodel. Anywhere you go, is the same story. That is part of the education revolution. When you watch the political parties in this country, there are certain things you need to pay attention to. Stability in government is of vital importance. If you have instability, you can have no social or economic progress. The reason why we have stability in our government is that in our party, there is respect and regard for the leader. And we sing from the same hymn sheet. We have the same vision. We share the same social democratic philosophy applied to the circumstances of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have the same policies and programs. But in the NDP, anytime you hear them on the platform, one gone that way, another one gone that way, is a total confusion. The leader, Lorraine Friday, who, as you know, is a born Vincentian, but who is a Canadian who resides temporarily in Beckway. What happens is that nobody pays any attention to Friday. In Parliament, they disregard him. Friday brought a man pay, I understand, 75,000 US dollars for him. A fella named Malidan. 100,000? Oh, he can't pay the 100,000, but he could pay 75,000 US. Malidan say, Dr. Friday tell me I mustn't sing anything dirty, I must keep it clean. But the girl them tell me I must sing a dirty song, and I have singing this dirty song to them. He said, Dr. Friday tell me I mustn't sing any gun song. But the thugs them tell me I must sing this one, so I have to sing it. If a man who you're paying to perform ain't got no respect for you and saying it on your platform, but you know, you get what you pay for. Because the very night, by the time the fellow was coming on, if you listen carefully, you would have heard the dirtiness which he was going to sing. And this is a matter done publicly. In Parliament, Friday will say one thing, and Leacock and Cummins will say another thing. Even Israel Bruce will say something contrary. In countries like ours, with a small margin for error in leadership, if you have somebody who is weak, who is lazy, who is indecisive, who is a fake and doesn't know himself, you are going to have errors which you will pay for.
If naked fools, you think you are cool to deny me for simplicity.
You can also see the bad-mindedness of the NDP. They oppose the education revolution. They oppose Robbery Bridge, the Argyle International Airport, Sir Vincent Beach Stadium, the cricket facility, the modern medical and diagnostic complex. They oppose the modern port. They oppose the hospital. What manner of men and women are these? They don't want to see any progress in this country. But in addition to that, they are deeply hypocritical. Because Friday, who opposed the Argyle International Airport and its opening, he was among the first man them to jump on Air Canada to go to his home in Canada. I want you to think not only about our achievements and also what we are doing, but I want you to think about the future. I want an 18-year-old boy, young man or young lady to come forward. 18-year-old is there? Come forward. Come forward. Come forward. A question every one of us must ask. And most of all, she must ask it. What do I want to do or be in the year 2040, 15 years from now, when I, this young woman, is 33 years old? What you want to do or be in 15 years' time? And what you want to do or be is dependent largely on what you do now and what your mother and father and your grandparents and those in your community do now. And I'll explain. What you want to do or be in 15 years' time, depending on what you have chosen in respect of your education and training. And when you have achieved a particular education and training, you then say, what is the job that I want? Or what am I going to start if it's a business for my own? And then I have to get a piece of land and I have to build a house. And the very important political question is this. Which of the two political parties, the NDP or the ULP, can best help you? Can better help you with your education and training? With getting your land and getting your house? And the only conclusion you can come to is that it is the Unity Labour Party. Because not only have we had the policies which achieve those things, but also we have said to you that in 15 years' time, given the level we have brought St. Vincent and the Grenadines now, in 15 years' time, we are going to have a first world country in terms of living standards, like London and Paris, New York and Toronto. They will have larger scale because they are bigger. But our quality of life will be no less than their quality of life. Already, when people come from New York to St. Vincent, they say they want to come back and live. Because of the improvements, the transformation that has been taking place in this country over the near 25 years, last 25 years.
Check out the real situation. Nation war against nation. Where did it all begin?
Now I'll tell you this. The vision. Every time we set out a vision, there's a time frame. When in 2001, we said we are going to have universal access to secondary education. Every 12-year-old will be at secondary school in September 2005. And we started bit by bit to get there because we had to train the teachers to teach the schools which we are going to open. And they said it's impossible because only 4 out of every 10 12-year-olds in 2001 went to secondary school. In 2005, however, and continuing every year, every single child who is 12 years old is in a secondary school. And you're in a secondary school where you do not have to pay for your secondary education. Imagine that. And then you need help with your transportation and you need help with your meals. We have programs either at the Ministry of National Mobilization, which is Kisal Ministry, or through the National Lottery. And we have built up the National Lottery in such a way that every single month we pay over $500,000 to help poor people, children, with money for the food and the transport for secondary school and for community college.
Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright.
I'll say this to you too. In 2001, what is now the 4 divisions of the community college? The General Arts and Science Division, the Nursing Division, the Technical and Vocational Education Division, and the Teacher Division. In those 4 divisions, in 2001 together, you had a number approaching 450 students. Today, there are 2,700 students at the community college. More than 6 times the number of students. And the population is stable or declining because the women are not having as many children as before. I am blaming the women because they tell me that sometimes the man them can't come up to trumps.
Action speaks louder than words.
Now, I'll tell you another statistic. In 2001, you had 350 persons in Her Majesty's prison. Jam up in Kingston. Today you have 393. But remember, in 2001, you only had 450 students at community college. Now we have 7 times almost. Certainly over 6 times. Notice when they talk about crime, they don't talk about the number of persons going to school and the number going to the community college. It's just like the other day. About 3 weeks ago, in accident and emergency, some piece of the wall from the inside roof fell down. Nobody got injured. The people who are doing the maintenance should have seen about that. But what they didn't tell you is that in the same week, because of the policy of the government and the leadership we have provided, Dr. Hiran Patel, who comes here every 6 months with a team and spends at least a week, and he does brain surgery. He had 65 consultations where he treated patients. And he did 16 surgeries. Every single one of them free. He saved the lives of 16 people in this country, in that same hospital. But you don't hear that anybody say about that. You hear that from Eyewitness News. For things like that, Eyewitness is blind because they don't see those things as news. I come to this point. I come to this point. I want you to hear me well on this. Once we live on this earthly city, we are going to have satisfactions and we are going to have dissatisfactions. If you dwell only or mainly on your dissatisfactions, you will get nowhere in life. The Bible says you must count your blessings. Count them one by one. And the Unity Labour Party has delivered to the people in whom we are in communion with. You have an abundance of satisfactions. I just mentioned some. The dissatisfactions, we are handling them day by day, sweet Jesus. And don't allow the NDP to exploit any of your dissatisfactions. For example, as Orlando pointed out, we began immediately after burial with the assessment that we had 5,000 and something houses to either repair, rebuild, or build from scratch. And we estimated that it would cost $485 million. I came to you and told you that we don't have all the money. But even if we had all the money, we don't have all the workmen. And if we had all the money and all the workmen, we don't have all the materials because we had to order the materials and sometimes you get a delay. But we will do the work conscientiously. And we have done over 5,000. But during the course of the period, it has come to be acknowledged that you had about 7,000 plus houses which we need to deal with. And we are dealing with the other 2,000 and something. But not everyone will be fixed before the election. But the only party and the only government will fix your houses is the Unity Labour Party government. You know that? I know that. And the NDP also knows that. But they're trying to lie to you. And if your house ain't fixed yet, is all the more reason in Buccament to vote for Randy. Because he's the only man who will fix your houses. The same thing for those, some who didn't get their burial money. But we're providing for 660 who dropped through the cracks. $4,800 each for 8 months. They got the list from doing the work on the ground. And if you don't get fridge and stove and washing machine yet, you will be assured that you will get it from the Unity Labour Party government. The first time ever that fridge and stove were delivered after a disaster was right here in Buccament in February, March 2014 after the 2013 floods. Kids, see you to get one? Well, you see, that's the point I want to make. So you have to watch your future as much as assessing who has done what. In the last 31 years that the NDP has been in opposition, explain to me, comrade, I come into that because the point is this, the point about it is this. Hold on. When the issue arose about the Bayside and fishermen and the community, we had 3 meetings with me in the chair, sorting out the problem with the fishermen. We sort out the problem with the community in relation to the beach. So if NDP people give you that kind of a propaganda, please for God's sake, comrade, don't use it, because we sorted that out with the people of Buccament. And any problem which exists currently, you can rest assured, the government which has sorted out the problems in the past will sort it out in the future. You can rest assured of that. And I'm coming now to make some final points, because you have been here for a long time. And you want to go and sleep. And Eloise want me to go home and sleep. You hear me? And although the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are my boss, you are my boss. In the public domain, in the private domain, I have a boss. As my girl children say, Ralph might be running the country, but the mommy run me. That's woman power.
It's a private party. Don't need no money to qualify. Don't bring your checkbook, bring your broken hearts, 'cause it's members only tonight.
want to deal with one or two practical questions additionally with the election. We have started now the 15-day registration period. If you ain't registered yet, please get registered. Because if you don't use this 15-day period, you can jump, you can put on as much red shirt, you can put on the short hot pants them, you can put on the tights them with the labor working for you on your left thigh. You know? And I notice the ladies love the tights. You can do as much as that as you want. But you can't help Randy or the Unity Labour Party if you're not registered and vote. Eh? Randy what? I know, but you know, he win on election day. No, comrade, here though. That's why we have an election. That is on election day, Randy will win because the people of Central Leeward will go out and vote him overwhelmingly. That is why he will win. But you can't stay home and say you don't win already. You have to vote. The other thing I want to tell you, the NDP they have a lot of people with money from overseas who want our passport behind them. And they want to sell us out. They want to sell us out our passport and citizenship. They want to sell us out to China. They want to sell us out to moneyed people. So they got money behind them. But if money were everything, the Americans would not have lost the war in Vietnam. They spent money against us before and we beat them and we go beat them again. The other thing you have to watch, don't allow them with their propaganda to come to you. Don't allow them with their commerce and their gossip and their nastiness. Just ignore all of that and you know what you have to do. Go and vote for the Unity Labour Party, in this case, Randy Brewster. The other thing I want to say, when all the propaganda fails, when all the salacious gossip and nastiness, when all of those things fail, what they refer to, that Ralph is there too long. Well, let me ask you, women, if you have a good man in your life, and he's treating you right, you're going to throw him out. Eh? And taking a Hannah man?
I don't know if the sun will shine tomorrow, but I know my eyes never let me down. And it tells
women, I say to you, do not allow the Hanaman NDP to come inside your house. When the knock come on your door and the Hanaman come round, you say, Labour. Man, you have a good woman. She treating you good. She treating you nice. You ain't going to throw she away because a hottie come round. You know? Your wife, your woman, she do everything good for you. Don't throw she away for any hottie. Then when they don't tell you that is too long. What is too long if the going is good? What is too long if the going is good? You want to leave the good to go back for the bad? And then they come with another variant of that argument. Well, oh Lord. Friday trying for a long time. Give him a chance. You say, I don't mind giving Friday a chance. But not with our future. Not with our government. Lorraine Friday, take a chance on Lotto. Play 3D. Play Scratchy. Leacock, you want to make $1 million? Play Scratchy. Play 3D. Don't get involved in government because you ain't making no million there. You ain't getting a chance. You say you want more money? Work for the money. I want to leave these very clear and simple messages to you. Buccament and the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines have done very well from labor. We have stability. We have never fired anybody from the cabinet. Nobody has ever resigned. And with this stability, around it with vision and proper leadership, and these troubling times, could you imagine NDP in government if America and Venezuela go to war? And the refugees start to come up from Venezuela? You think that if a hurricane like Beryl hit, when Hurricane Beryl hit, and I went to Parliament, within 15 days, 16 days of Beryl, and when they wasted my time, I told them, waste time. The bills which I come here to pass to take care of Beryl, if even I had to go 4 the morning, we're finishing them. When nearly 4 o'clock, you see I abusing the Parliament, abusing people. I say, well, you could go home if you want, you know. People ain't got a roof over their head. You work in 1 day a month in here, and you worried about 4 the morning work? And then, and one raise a paper on top of that. And then, after Parliament, Friday took off for 3-4 weeks to go home to Canada. Leave his people in the lurch. Run away. Dog does run away. Cat does run away. And Friday does run away too. And expect that if there is a national disaster. On August the 8th, my birthday, I was down in the Southern Grenadines, all 3 of the islands. Randy was with me. On the 12th, my wedding anniversary, the morning, I tell Eloise, I said, girl, today is your anniversary. She said, you're taking me to a good lunch? I said, yes. I said, I'm taking you to the Southern Grenadines for a good lunch. Put on your jeans. She said, well, they ain't got a restaurant down there. I said, have Derek and them fellas organized to go and die for kongs. And they making curry kongs, give me. I had curry kongs as my wedding anniversary lunch in Union Island in the Southern Grenadines. And get bread from Mama in Beckway, from Mama in Bayrou. You been there? Meanwhile, Fridays in Toronto. Leadership comes. Leadership comes. This young man, he's my son, because he could be my son. Camilo, who is my firstborn, is older than him. So Randy could be my son. And when he started first, and I gave him big ministries, one of the things I tell him, I say, if a civil servant trying to block you, tell me. I say, tell me. I say, you are the minister. What happened there? One of the little night fly up my nostril. That's what happened there just now. I say, you are the minister. You making policy. You make sure that they carry out your directives in relation to your policy. And if any of them give you any problems, you tell me. I go handle them. This man has learned so much over the last 5 years in Parliament and in the cabinet. When I wanted somebody to build the houses, I turned to Randy alone. When I want a man to deal with the sports, I turned to Randy. We give him big job. He's a big man who could do big job. He's a man with brains. And on top of that, though this doesn't go anything with the work, he's good to look at. He's the most handsome parliamentarian in the whole of the Caribbean. And as his wife knows, and I've said it publicly, the only black man in the world who nearly handsome like him is Idris Elba. Everybody love Randy. And I have confidence in him. Give him again to me with a massive majority. And send Conroy Huggins into oblivion. Brewster, we say. Brewster. 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 Good night and may Almighty God bless you.
And I have believed in the goodness of God. Oh, yeah. All my life you have been faithful.
Warm up for Rebecca.
All my life you have been so good and so
Warm up for Sunday.
every breath that I am able. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Get ready for Sunday, comrades. Hey.
Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me.
We gotta bless it up, amazing.